And we're back with To the Core, which is a game where you mine stuff. That's pretty much all I know. So we're gonna... Oop. Okay, I do have some control. And yeah, this is mining. Oh, was keys, perfect. Right, so I'm just gonna mine some rocks here, and then we're gonna skip forward a bit. See, I was kind of looking for something to chill out. Most of the recent games I've been playing have been less chill and more thinking a lot. I thought let's... Ooh, okay. You die a lot here, it seems. Let's go to the shop, buy some upgrades, and then repeat. When it comes to this early mining, it's pretty basic stuff. This game is all about upgrades, it seems. So what I find is just go pick a direction and start heading that way. Come on. Try and stay away from the core. The core is just a little bit hot, and it will hurt you. And then you just mine as much as you can. You're trying to get as much resources as possible so you can upgrade your ship more and more and more. We have a new upgrade that makes life, well, a lot simpler. Normally we bounce off stuff, but now we can just, like, run through things. This makes mining faster? Oh, wow. Well, this is going to make upgrading a lot quicker. Let's speed this along. After a few more upgrades, we can actually, well, go through to the second layer of the planet. This is where the silicon's at, and then that gets us armor and a few upgrades that allows us to, well, do a whole lot more mining. Oh, man. That should be a good amount of money. The problem is you can't really go back up. You always end up sort of going deeper and deeper into the planet. So we might want to skim around the outside edge more, and then you sort of come back in here and just buy upgrades. I don't even know what half of them do, but I'm just spreading out my money a bit so I don't do anything too stupid. This coin siphon seems very handy. It gives you money for just mining blocks. Alright, let's just buy everything we can and move on. We have managed to sort of go around the entire planet just coring stuff out. It seems going around the edge is far more profitable. This also unlocks a bunch of stuff for us. Going towards the core, which I thought would be the smart plan, does not seem to get us as much money as doing it this way. Like, our fuel is still going real strong. Well, let's just keep doing this and see how much we get from this run. That was by far the most profitable run by miles. So, yeah, go around the edge of the planet, core it out, and that should give you access to more money to buy more stuff. Let's see if there's anything new here. This looks promising. It allows you to fly by using the up and down keys. Being able to fly would mean we'd be able to strip out planets more easily. Shockwave. Cause an explosion when you were going fast. Let's just buy everything and see what happens. So it turns out, with lots of upgrades, you can really core out these planets. Oh god. And the fact that we can fly a bit now really does help us gain all those extra ones. But once you get through to the magma stuff, or whatever this is in the center, was it aluminum? Yeah, there's just the aluminum kind of eats away at our health a lot, or our fuel, I should say. Every time there in the bottom left, the fuel just basically plummets. I don't know what the armor does then. It doesn't seem to have... Fuel seems to be your health? Anyway, done. We got loads and loads of resources. Let's spend them on a bunch of stupid stuff. Like, this game is fun in a sort of a mindless clicker way almost, but at the same time, it is a little bit nausea-inducing. That is just so much stuff going on and so many weird noises. Alright, let me core out this planet and sort of peel it like an orange. We have gotten to the point in upgrades where we're now able to harvest a bit of the core without much difficulty actually at this point. Ooh. We should be able to get mastery from killing this much aluminium. Ooh. And we finally got... Okay, prestige? I don't know what that means. Well, we'll find out later. Let's go core out some more of this planet, I suppose. Then it seems you can buy other planets to travel to. So we've bought the Holmes Moon. More strange... Right. That's rock, coal, and sulfur. All things we have not mined yet. Let's see how easy it is for us to mine these things. Yeah, we're pretty good. Ah, we might actually... Whoa, no, there we go. Oh yeah, the moment we hit that stuff, it hurts. Oof. Okay, so then we take that stuff and use it to upgrade us some more. There's a lot of upgrades in this. I've bought a bunch. Let's just show what happens on the moon when we go to it now. Every time we break a block, stuff explodes. So this means we can sort of plow through stuff an awful lot faster than before. This is ridiculous. I love it. Now this isn't even close to the end as far as I can tell. There's a whole bunch of stuff we have to do. Though I don't think we can break into... Yeah, we can't break into the core yet. We're not quite tough enough. Let's farm the outside of this planet a little bit more and then let's find somewhere else to blow up. Right, so after grabbing a whole bunch of upgrades and things, we are pretty monstrous right now, but there's these prestige things down here. Prestige is every time you kill a planetary core, it gives you the option to up a prestige level. So level 1 is just your basic stuff, which is now super weak compared to us. We can just plow through these things at just ridiculous rates. That's not even using any special abilities, that's just how we roll. However, if you prestige, it increases the amount of resources you get, though they are harder to crack. So we can up it like that, and where is it? Oh, no, it won't tell me. But basically, oh, here, ore gems and block health increased by 8. So the amount you get out of everything is increased by 8, and there it's increased by 27. So the reason we want to do that on this one is we get lots of iron. So let me just harvest some iron here, and I'll show you why we're doing all of this. You see, here under upgrades, we have 80 upgrades available for a damage booster for our drill. And drill damage, I've discovered, is basically the be-all, end-all. You want higher drill damage and preferably better armor and stuff like that. And the home planet is where you get iron, and there's lots of it, and by cranking up the difficulty, we get lots of iron to upgrade our drill damage. If we try to go prestige level 3 on, say, this planet over here, oh, we can only do prestige 2 on this one. Yeah, this thing is a lot tougher. Like, once we get through to the core, it's just so slow. This is only prestige level 2, not prestige level 3. So maybe if we fire off a grenade or two. Oh, now, we've got some upgrades that mean every time we destroy a block, it causes an explosion, which is where all those explosions are coming from. As well as that, everything's getting discolored around us, and that's because we poison all the blocks around us. Yes, we're poisoning Earth. I don't know how you use poison for mining, but it works, okay? So those blocks slowly start to die after they've been poisoned. I thought it would be more useful, but it's not nearly as useful as I was hoping. Anyway, so the only reason we're doing the main planet on the highest difficulty is so we can grind up our drills so that we can kill these things easier. Having unlocked a new planet, we now have frost? Ice? Okay, so we've got ourselves ice. What's this next thing? Sand! Ah, what have you got at the core of the planet, actually? That appears to be gems? Oh, wait, no. Gems is completely different. You know what? Never mind. Let's just strip this thing out and then maybe kill the core. Well, things are starting to get a little bit absurd. Our drill damage bonus here is gone up to 35. Like, there's all these little drill damage bonuses you can pick up along the way. And what we have done is grabbed all of those and then went back to the starting planet, this boring one back here, and we have now prestiged it up to 7, as in we've killed the core, and then made it tougher, and then killed the core again. So even though this is incredibly tough, this planet, we just plow through it like crazy. Now, we do static damage when we destroy a block. We also do explosive damage, we do poison damage, we just do straight up damage, and we've got grenades we can fire off every now and then. We have something that follows us around and improves our drop rate, which is great. And down on the bottom left there, you'll see all these numbers. That's our damage boost from the electrical charge up. As we go around and kill stuff, it generates static electricity, and that static electricity fills up a bar. Once that bar gets high enough, as it goes up, it gives us more and more bonuses. So we've now got a damage bonus of 6.4, 6.6, 6.7. As well as that, the closer we get to the core, we get a damage bonus as well. So we're getting a drop boost, a damage boost, and all of that the longer we're alive on a map. And we just sort of shred everything. This is allowing us to harvest just... Ooh, yeah, now this is tough. This is prestige level 7, so I'm not even sure what the multiplier is, but it's pretty insanely high. But now our damage bonus has hit 10, so we're getting 10 times a by 10 damage multiplier, and oh my god, it's just bouncing us away. Let's try throwing a few grenades in there to maybe make things a little bit easier. Oh, yeah, I don't think we're going to be killing the core of this planet anytime soon, but we have scored just enormous amounts of resources. Let's see what happens. For example, if we pop out right now and go to the shop, we can now buy 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 more damage upgrades for our drill. Yeah, give me a few more minutes here. So things have changed a bit. Turns out you can add shrapnel to your missiles. I don't know how well this will do against incredibly hard targets, but this is a Prestige 7 home planet, and it seems to be getting shredded. All we have to do is face a direction, and the missiles just start blasting everything to bits. Well, that worked. Yeah, we will prestige and restart. Let's see what happens now. Yeah, that is terrifying. That thing just eats through planets, like instantly. Just no problems at all. Right. How far can we take this before these rockets stop being absolutely overpowered? Come on, go for it. It's slowing down a bit, but never mind. We'll prestige and restart again. No, these things are just shredding. I don't know what's going on. Let's skip this forward a bit and see how far we can get using shrapnel rockets. It seems that this ceramic shrapnel is just completely overpowered. I don't know what it is. It seems to have some ignores damage or something, or it doesn't seem to adapt to the prestige levels. So, for example, we can just pop into this planet here. Its prestige level is 15. And then we can attack. And you will notice, this planet, despite being... Like, if we try and hit anything with our... If we try and hit anything with our drill, it actually damages us an awful lot, and... You know what, let's just prestige it restart again. And let's just keep going until it actually gets harder to kill the planet. Wow. Oh, we actually died. Oh, well, we hit the core. Alright. But the thing is, we don't need to do that. We can just hit the core with the rockets, and it kills it in no time. That is just glorious. Now, it does take us a little bit longer when we get to the center, but this does mean we can just get to ridiculously high levels. I have hit up some of the other planets, and they are much tougher. This is the starting planet, so it falls apart quite quickly. This is a nice way to farm as much iron as you could possibly want. So, things may have gotten a little bit out of control in terms of the upgrades. There's a lot of them. It's hard to explain, so let's just take this planet here. It's on Prestige 99. This is a multiplier of 970,000 to health, ore gems, and lots of stuff. And we are just going to hit it. And maybe we should zoom it out a bit. Oops. Yeah, I think we kind of killed the core already. As you can see, we may have upgraded things just a little bit. Right. That weird swirling thing around us is some, well, weird swirling thing we upgraded. The missiles, we still fire those as normal, but they fire quite rapidly. We also have those little drone things that fly around and shoot laser beams, and then when we break blocks, they turn into little mining drills, and sometimes those little mining drills spawn even more mining drills. Also, if the mining drills hit a block that's too hard for them, they explode, so there's all of that, which does mean that we kind of just shred stuff a little bit too easily. In fact, we're going to put on... There's these challenges up here. I didn't even know these existed. These things are incredibly handy. For example, we can increase the strength of the block health by 15, but if we do, we get a boost to this planetary system at the end, meaning all drops from all of our attempts in the future will take a damage or a bonus to all the blocks that they drop. In this instance, we get a bonus of 383 block drops. Instead of getting one, we got a 383 multiplier on top of all the other multiplier junk we get. Where is it? You know what? Let's just... What the... Its multiplier is already 1,000,000? You know what? Let's just find out. No, it's not tough enough. No, not even a little bit. As you can see, our money has already hit 32E something or other. Anyway, let's maybe go through how this thing got so stupendously out of control. Well, the shrapnel rockets over here were the first really big power spike. They allowed you to go kind of big crazy. Then the second power spike you get is... orbital lasers. I haven't shown those yet, I was kind of saving those up, but getting orbital lasers is probably the second big power spike. And then the third big power spike is when you hit the infinity box. Yeah, all of these things are hidden near the end of the tech tree, and I can understand why. Ceramic shrapnel is the easiest one to get, and I definitely recommend, if you're looking to get powerful fast, grab those early. All it takes is dirt to upgrade it, I think, or clay or something. So you just farm some clay, max out your ceramic shrapnel, and you just kill everything. Secondly, I would go for the orbital lasers. Let's go to a system that's actually still hard for us. Let's go grab the sun. Yes, we're going to take on the sun. We're going to put it on prestige level 37, and we're going to give it a block health bonus of 100. That's actually going to be really hard for us, but we'll do it anyway, just so you can see sort of how things work out. Now, the sun is a bit tricky. The sun sort of moves back and forth a bit, and it's also incredibly tough. So what we can do is sort of slowly grind our way to the center of it. And this is even with all of our upgrades, everything that it's really hard to kill the sun. So we're going to start firing grenades, which we hit with spacebar. We have a lot of grenades. And normally what happens is you'll get to this point, you won't have the infinity box, but you will have orbital bombardment. That thing's pretty awesome. That's 10 orbital bombardment lasers. They make a hell of a mess. However, you know, we're a little bit on the hard side, so maybe let's try something a little less insane. So let's get rid of the by 100 block multiplier and just go in normal. And you'll notice the laser beam drones are doing a good job, but the moment we start firing off some orbital targeters, they kind of drill down pretty fast. Ooh. And then we chuck in a few grenades on top of that. And this is sort of the joy of the game. It gets ridiculously over the top fairly quickly. And now we've drilled through to the core. And the center core of the planet is destroyed. Perfect. And then you can just stay in here and gravity, like, that's the thing, you kind of get stuck to the center, and once you're there, you just sort of randomly rotate around as you're firing off your weapons. But yeah, let's get out of here before we get any more nauseous than we already are. So anyway, after you go and attack the sun, you'll then have to take on the supernova. Once you've killed the supernova, you then have to go on and take on the black hole. And the reason you have to take on the black hole is that the only place you can buy harvest singularities, and singularities are what you need for the infinity box. And the reason you want the infinity box is the equipment. Oh my god, I haven't even covered half the stuff in this game so far. I'm just going through like the sort of progression chance. This is the lens enhancer. It gives you a by 3 damage multiplier, which is really good, actually. This is probably your main go-to. You might also get the siphon expander, which it increases your siphon and your boost damage or drop boost. This is quite useful for a while until the blocks get too tough, in which case you're going to go with the damage multiplier. The gem materializer, never bothered using it, didn't need the gems. And the damage diffuser increases hull and fuel. I never found a use for that one at all. Just I left that one behind. However, the infinity box is a bit weird. Okay, it's a by 500 damage multiplier. Ignore that for a minute because basically this starts off at about 1 multiplier. But every time you harvest more and more of singularities, the more singularities you get, the more the damage goes up. Caps out at 500. So we get a 500 damage multiplier from it, which is really handy. So what you want to do is go through to the black hole. By the time you're tough enough to do that, all you need to do is harvest a few blocks that you can buy the singularity thingy, the infinity box. Then you can come in here, and you have to peel away the edges of a black hole. Now we're pretty tough because we got that 500 things, but let's just call down a few orbital strikes there, and try not to get sucked into the gravitational well of a black hole. As you can see, it pretty much mincemeats quite a lot. We're gaining a lot of singularity boxes there, but not enough. So we're going to start firing grenades in here. Grenades make a mess. A glorious mess. Oh no, 1 second. I had to go turn off shiny blocks. Remind me to mention how terrible shiny blocks are. They are so annoying. This causes my computer to chug. I don't know how. Probably because it's written in Unity. Like, look at that. My game's chugging like crazy. How? It's a game full of pixels. I can... Never mind. Alright. What we can do here, though, is eventually drill our way through to the black hole. Those grenades we have, though, are absolutely devastating. They leave massive holes in this thing. Look at that. And once you get through to the center of this, which should take us another second or two, and once we're through to that, we basically just target the core for a little bit longer. How the black hole has the core, who knows, whatever. And then once this thing dies, that's actually the end game. This is the final boss of the game, so to speak, is getting through to the center of the black hole. But the only way you do that is by getting your hand on singularities and using those singularities to boost your damage so you can actually do enough damage to kill the black hole. Bit of a self-fulfilling thing in the end. That's it. They give you the credit, and there's no more content from here. Would you like to continue? And then you can just keep going in and harvesting and doing stilly stuff. Now, is this a good game? Well, no and yes. No, and that it's basically a cookie clicker. There's no real crazy strategy here. It's just what order you go through and pick out the boosts or the upgrades. There's sort of this weird point partway through where you basically use shrapnel missiles because you're not tough enough to run into things. If you try and run into things using your drill bit, it will kill you because everything's too tough. Whereas the shrapnel missiles will kill stuff for you, which means you just sort of hang back and do range damage. So at the start it's drill damage, mid-game you switch to shrapnel damage, and end-game, well, you've got the infinity box and you can basically kill everything. Oh, and the reason why these orbital lasers are so clutch is they allow you to core through things and get straight through to the core of planets, which is handy for killing the sun, the supernova, and the black hole. That's pretty much its only reason for being. There's some other good stuff here like drones and things, but they're not nearly as much fun. There's a whole bunch of other mechanics they've thrown in here. 1 second, I think this is the last upgrade. Yeah, I think that is every single upgrade in the game. What, no achievement? Oh, that's not fair. Anyway, I turned off the music there. The music resets. There's some weird glitches in this. Like, if you finish the game, it automatically resets your music volume to about here for some reason. I removed that because it causes problems when I'm doing recording and music keeps getting cut in and out. There's also these milestone things you can get for killing blocks. I think I'm at a stupid level of block killing. We're at what? We've killed 4 million blocks. That's just stupid. You also get milestones for destroying the cores of planets all the way up to, I think it's 300? No, 500. Wow, we've killed 500 cores. I did start messing around there after a while. But there's a few other things you can do. This is where your resources are stored, but honestly, you stop selling them after a while. You make money from smashing up blocks with one of the upgrades, and after that, you'd never bother coming in here to sell anything. Crafting-wise, this is a bit weird. You can craft stuff as in gunpowder, glass, circuit board, steel, and quantum boards. You have to craft those. This seems to be a weird little sub-mini thing you need for some of your upgrades, but honestly, you just have to get an upgrade that allows you to get gems. Use the gems to upgrade this. It's kind of pointless in my opinion, but it's there. The equipment thing is kind of important because it gives you the infinity box, and everything else is just basically trash in comparison to the infinity box. Just the lot. There's nothing that's good in comparison. And then you get farming. I don't get farming. For example, this here is diamonds. We have managed to collect 603,000 seeds worth of diamonds, which we then plant somehow. I don't know. We've upgraded as many of them as we can. Let's see. There you go. And then we can use prestige cores as well to boost that even further. So these cores are basically prestige, as in they're the cores of the planets that you've killed allows you to boost this up. The problem is, it's usually just you can make far more money attacking a planet. For example, this is 121 Q per second. However, we could just go to the solar system, find the diamond planet. Yep, this is the one. And let's just go take this on and see how much resources we make. We've gone past Qs to SXs, SP. I don't know, like down here you'll see we're on like just ridiculous quantities of diamond already. Prestiging planets just means that you can get more diamonds in a few seconds of doing this than you will in like a week of leaving the game running unattended. So I think it's there to help people who are struggling to get a few upgrades, and you can like dump seeds and stuff in here. Again, a lot of this stuff feels unnecessary hoops to jump through. The main fun is getting completely out of control and building just, murdering planets. Getting to the point where you can just, for example, let's go back to our home planet for a second. 102 prestige. We're going to give it a block health surge for an extra 15. We're going to give ourselves a field dependence. Like, we're going to crank on all these things. If you complete these challenges, it gives you boosts here that last forever on just this planet. So every time you come back, no matter if you have these boxes ticked or not, you get bonuses. It's a great way to make money. But this is the toughest planet this possibly be, and it's insta-dead. That's it. It's gone. And then we core it all out, and we have now made just gargantuan amounts of resources. That's sort of half the fun. Of course, we have gotten to absolutely ludicrous levels of destruction at this point, but I'm not complaining. Is this game a masterpiece? Well, no. It's more just a fun way to kill a few hours. You upgrade your ship, you get better and better stuff, and you get to do more explodey things all the time. Like, who doesn't like calling that an orbital bombardment? Or 3, or 5, or 6, or 7, or 8, or 9, or 10? Oh. And then chuck in a few grenades on top of that, fire some missiles, call in your attack drones. Look, we're already through to the core of this star system. That's fine. But I love the way it's literally destroyed just thousands of blocks. That's the whole point, is to destroy thousands of blocks. And there's no real grand strategy to it, and it's all just numbers. But sometimes you just want to chill out and relax and do stuff like that. And after playing so much Captain of Industry and Oxygen Not Included, maybe you need to occasionally just relax and enjoy stuff. Right now, I am practicing Avarian. Avarian? It's Avorion. Avorion is what it's called. Okay, man. But I'm currently trying to build some ships and mining and stuff like that. It's not an easy game. It's pretty complicated. So I got mildly distracted by this, but we will be back with Avorion in due course. Though I think I got to do some more Oxygen Not Included first. I'll double check the schedule. And oh wow. Okay, that was a really quick ending. Anyway, this was To the Core. Well, I hope you enjoyed this very, very random distraction, and good luck.